So it's been 3 days since Chromokopia has released, and after sitting on it for a while, I was able to collect exactly how I feel about this project. Y'all know the drill, let's get into this review. Chromokopia is Tyler's 8th album. No, the Grinch tape does not count, not even Tyler counts it, nor mentions it, strangely enough. The first is universally agreed to be Bastard. It's where the trilogy started. Check it out if you haven't. Similar to the almost goblin aesthetic, Tyler ventures away from his colorful world into a place of black and whites, and a lot, and I mean a lot, of greens. Still, stylistically, it isn't fair to compare it to Goblin. In fact, it feels as if it's doing the exact opposite. Whereas in Goblin, Tyler continued to parade under his mask, giving a spotlight to the intrusive thoughts that harbored deep in his mind, Chromokopia was him taking his mask off, and in his own words, being as honest and true to us and himself in a way he's never done before.
I don't know, and I put that in album form, and to know that so many people are listening and connecting, and I got niggas I'm close to FaceTiming me with tears in their eyes, like, nigga!
Of course, a lot of speculation is given to Kendrick's Mr. Morale, who even Tyler has said through interviews and retweets, has inspired him and hopefully others to open up and embrace every part of who we are, even the uglier aspects of ourselves. And when it comes to themes, subject matter, and the content of this album, it does exactly that. This album is incredibly personal to listen to, almost to the point in which it feels uncomfortable. Tyler finally reveals the truth about his dad and how it was actually his mother that prevented him from being in his life. For you fans who've been around since his early days, I know this must be mind-blowing for you to hear. Despite my love for all of his work, I'm still technically a new fan, joined in 2019, and even I was shocked. Tyler talks about pregnancy scares, relationships, and it was surprising to see that despite all of his success, Tyler still struggles with feelings of loneliness and emptiness. And Call Me, all Tyler could talk about was how happy he was, how much success he found, and how much of the world he was willing to see in order to find himself. But Chrome showed to be the complete opposite. Instead of closure, this album felt like a hopeful new beginning, and that's something myself and many others can always appreciate. Now on the discussion of music, that's where things take a different turn. From the snippets on YouTube, it looked as if we were almost getting Cherry Bomb Part 2. I'm talking that loud, blaring, and aggressive sound with complex percussions, brass, and a lot of bassy low ends. And that was visible on here, don't get me wrong. Saying Chroma, Ratatata, I Killed You, Sticky, and I Thought I Was Dead, or Thought I Was Dead. Please excuse my retardation, it's actually pronounced Ratata. Thank you. Were all heavy hitters, some of the grimiest and most action-packed songs Tyler put out in his entire career. On top of that, the features hit even harder, with Glorilla, Wayne, and even Sexy Red understanding the assignment. But you gotta realize that there's 14 tracks, and I only listed 5. Well, what do the other songs sound like? A mix of R&B, jazz, soul, and even a bit of poppy elements. Most of this album consisted of these very soft, lovey-dovey melodic tunes, like a lot of the songs on here. From the Neptune's Wharf Talk style of Darling I to the slow serenade of Judge Judy. It felt a bit too melodic if you catch my drift. It was difficult for me to go back and re-listen to the album, for I felt like I've already heard a lot of these songs by Tyler before. Okay, catch this. From Bastard, Fuck Goblin, to Wolf, definitely Cherry Bomb and Flower Boy. The albums had a theme, and Tyler would stay to these themes while sounding as diverse as possible, reining in a ton, and I meant a shit ton of influences from other artists and their styles. For example, let's look at Cherry Bomb. On Cherry, you had blaring rock anthems like Death Camp, to dreamy, distorted visions of Pilot, the smooth, jazzy tunes of Find Your Wings, to the mosh pit vomit spit of Cherry Bomb. Fucking hell, listen to Smuckers, Two-Seaters, the Brown Stains. There are so many styles that follow the consistent theme of being loud and as out there as possible. In return, listening to Tyler's albums in the past felt like their own journeys, Tyler exploring new worlds and concepts he himself built and portrayed in different ways. And when we got to Igor, even if many of the songs still sounded similar, it was clear that Tyler had perfected his style, making the album as concise and as amazing as we've ever heard. So when we got to Call Me, being that a lot of us speculated Tyler's sound had peaked, he flipped us on our heads, giving us these sample-driven, many styles of early 2000 hip-hop mixtapes, showing off his lyrical prowess in the process. So where am I getting with it? As beautiful and as amazing as Chromokopia was on a sonically technical level, it was clear that Tyler's personal sound has been perfected. We know that with Igor, but he played it safe. He didn't give us new sounds or even go into tap music. What was new about the album was its content, its messaging. It's words and symbolism. But for the music itself, it was something we were already used to, and that in itself caused me to grow bored with this album very early on. Still, that shouldn't take away from what Chromo is. I really did enjoy listening to it, and I'm happy that Tyler has now reached a point where he can be true with himself and us, the fans, as well. And seeing him continue to reach new heights of success will always keep myself and others inspired to do the same. While playing it safe in a catalog of change and evolution, Chromokopia is a clear reminder of how far Tyler has come, cementing his legacy as the creator we all know and love him to be. I'm feeling an easy 7 out of 10 with this one. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the album. That was just a quick little review. Overall though, everything else was amazing. If you look at his YouTube videos, from the vinyl collection to the tour guide to Saint Chroma itself, his visuals are friggin' amazing. It's the best I've seen in years, so you guys should definitely check that out. But that's just how I personally feel about the album. But what do you guys think? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I know you will always show me and tell me your opinions in the comments below. And remember, no matter how vile, how nasty, or how sweet they usually are, I will heart and like all of them. I love y'all. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!
Did you talk back to me? No, I didn't. Yes, you did. Come here.
We're going to use all three! The patient is getting